All right, what's up, guys? Now, here's the thing. I really want to give Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown a chance. The developers are making it extremely hard for me to look at this game and to actually see it as a good game. Now, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but whatever it is, you guys are going to have to fix it. Because to me, it don't make no sense where if these are the same developers that have been working on this game for however many years it's been out, there should be no excuse on why this game comes out and it's not in a good state. And this video is going to be pretty much me repeating stuff that I've said before in the past, the issues that I've faced with this game recently. I have been playing a little bit of it, but it's just one of those games where it's like, I'm really trying to give this game the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm really trying to give it a chance, and the developers are making it so hard to do that. And I'm honestly just trying to figure out why. Because my thing is this: if you have the money, you have the resources, there's no reason for this game to come out bad. Why is that? Why is it that 3 months ago, this game pretty much, it's like all you guys have done in these past 3 months is just take one step forward? Rather than working on this game day and night, coming out with updates left and right. No, you guys decide, well, you know what? Let's just go take a break or do whatever you guys were doing. And then just out of nowhere, we're going to release an update where it takes place in a different city. What about the problems that the game is facing? I don't think you guys are really hearing people. You're adding stuff in the game that don't nobody care about. I would have rather seen a fixed game, a game that I actually could have sat down and played, rather than you guys adding a new map. I'm saying it's things like that where it's like, how do you expect people to look at your guys's? Because I go and I read this on Wikipedia. So they go on to say, according to game director, whatever their name is, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is intended to compete with the Forza series, the Cruise series, and the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6. I can tell you right now, and we can list out every single Forza game, every single Crew game, and Grand Theft Auto 6, even though it's not out, there is no way possible you guys are going to be put in that same conversation as Grand Theft Auto 6. You guys are reaching for something that's not even there for you. There's games that are not even in the same genre as your game or Grand Theft Auto 6 where it has more of a competition towards Grand Theft Auto 6. You guys, on the other hand, if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and it's in any state that you guys have your game in, Grand Theft Auto, I had to say, the gaming industry is most likely going to riot. We're going to see a whole change in the gaming industry if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out like how you guys came out with your game. It does not make one bit of sense to me, and I wonder how much they never really say like how much, I guess, like the budget was for Test Drive or just any video game, but I imagine that the budget for Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be up there. And I know that you guys, with just at the current state of your guys' game right now, and it's like, even when we're comparing Test Drive, like your last Test Drive game, comparing it to Grand Theft Auto 5, asking anybody out there, what game have you played more of? I understand if you're a racing fan and you're all like, yeah, you know, I played Test Drive Unlimited too. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give people that. But let me just explain to you guys what it was like when Grand Theft Auto 5 had released. Because Test Drive Unlimited 2, I don't remember them talking about that game when it released. But when Grand Theft Auto 5 released, this was the biggest game in the world, okay? Lines were just like stacked up across every store possible. You couldn't go into a GameStop's, a Target, a Walmart, a Best Buy. I'm trying to think of some other stores out there. Any store out there that sold Grand Theft Auto 5, you couldn't, on like, it was like September 13th or 16th. I think it was like, what was it, 16? Then it was 2013, something like that. But anyways, you went into a store, let's just say GameStop's. You went into a store, everybody on that particular day, at any given store whatsoever, was there for Grand Theft Auto 5. Do you think anybody was out buying Test Drive Unlimited 2, Test Drive Unlimited 1, or any other Test Drive game that was out during that time? No, they wasn't. And to me, if you're trying to say, or I guess more so make it seem like that Test Drive Unlimited 2, like we've improved. Test Drive Unlimited 2 will always be a better game than Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. And that's sad to say that, because how old is Test Drive Unlimited 2? You mean to tell me there's people that would rather go back? Honestly though, like this is something that I challenge the developers to do, or publishers, whoever is in control of Test Drive Unlimited 2. Re-release that game, all right? Have it to where that game is available on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam. I guarantee and I promise you, you'll see more people playing that game than you would see people playing Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I am willing to bet money that that will be the case with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Nobody would be playing the game. And I know that that's why you guys won't re-release the game, because you know for a fact that, and the thing is this is what I encourage people to do. If you did buy the game digitally on a Xbox or a PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, just go back and play Test Drive Unlimited 2. At least that game was more developed than this game. Because I don't get, how is it that you guys come out with a game? Let's just, you know what? Let's just compare every single Forza, every single Crew, Crew Motorfest, Crew 1 and 2. Let's just compare all those games, all right? Okay, well, maybe not Forza Motorsport, but Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon. They had a offline mode, all right? You can pause that game and come back to it whenever you wanted to. That included free roaming and racing. And I think they do have it where you can pause the game while free roaming and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. But at least with racing, if you're playing that game by yourself, solo, offline, nobody else is in that game besides you and the NPCs that you're racing against. That from Forza Horizon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that Fast and Furious one that they came out with where it was like a standalone, but it was like, I think it was supposed to be like another Forza Horizon 2 or something like that. But anyways, all of those games all had offline modes. Where's offline mode in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown? They even have it to where you can change the difficulty of the NPCs that you're racing against. Not you guys coming out with some old halfway crappy update saying, oh, we toned down the NPCs or the AI racers and stuff. But meanwhile, the crazy thing about it, and this started a whole debate on one of my streams. So I'm using I think, what year Mustang do they have in Test Drive Unlimited? It's pretty much like the latest model, like maybe a 2018 Mustang. And they had it where I was racing up against that, some other cars, but there was a Mini Cooper that was also involved in that race. Explain to me why this Mini Cooper just out of nowhere just gassed it, flying down the road, passed up my Mustang. I'm literally, if I could just show you guys, that's how far down. I had my controller, I had the right trigger all the way pushed down, meaning that I'm gassing it. I'm trying to reach the top speed of my Mustang. And you mean to tell me a Mini Cooper passed up a Mustang? And my thing is this, regardless of whether it's a Mini Cooper, regardless of whether it's any other type of car that's available in the game, why is it that if you guys so-called claim that you toned down the NPCs, why is it that there are people, including myself, that are still struggling with the NPC racers? Like, yeah, right now, currently, it's like they have it where it's like, oh, you can win some races and things. But, and so this is the messed up part about it, though. So when you want to do, I guess, some like races where if your car isn't all the way, I guess, that like maxed out when it comes to its level, or no, so this is what they did earlier. So I maxed out my car's level. I got a it was like an Aberth, I can't think of the name of the car, but anyways, it was a like a compact race. It was like just with all the same cars and stuff. So I gave my car the most amount of upgrades that I possibly could. Explain to me why they told me that I had to tone down the upgrades just to have it where each and every single one of the cars were passing me up. What sense does that make? And my thing is this, I know I would have won the race with the upgrades that I had if they just allowed me to just continue with the upgrades that I have. Why am I toning down my car when the whole objective of the game is to win races? My question is to the developers of this game, what happens to the NPC when they win a race? What do they gain? They gain absolutely nothing. This is something that I've said before because I'm like, fam, that just doesn't make no sense to me. What does the NPC gain when they win a race? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that just confuses the life out of me where you have this game set up to where it's like, yeah, NPCs is just going to pretty much be winning left and right. And then when you want to do upgrades to your car, So they have it where I'm over here doing races in the game, right? And they're giving me solar pass XP. They're giving me street level XP and stuff, but they're not giving me XP towards my players so I can go out and buy better parts for my cars. And I'm really trying to sit down and comprehend that if I have the money to buy the parts, what's stopping me from buying the parts? Why do you guys even have a leveling system towards the cars, the parts in the game? That's it. For what reason? I'm saying it's like you're pretty much trying to force people to sit down and put hours into this game because you guys know that there was literally nothing to this game. Absolutely nothing. My thing is this: you guys are so-called claiming that you're trying to compete with the Crew series, Forza series, and Grand Theft Auto 6. Yet we can look at the Crew 1, we can look at the Crew 2, we can look at the Crew Motorfest, Forza Horizon 1 through 5, and then that Fast and Furious one. And you can find the least playable Forza, or like the played Forza or Crew game, and even the least played Grand Theft Auto. I guarantee and I promise you, if there is a toss-up between Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown and any other video game that's out, I promise you people are going to play that game. And that just confuses the life out of me, where it's like you guys are literally adding to one of the most well-respected series in racing video games, and you bombed it. I'm like, please explain it to me the best way that you guys possibly can. This is talking to the developers, because I know there's going to be fans out there trying to defend this game. There is no defense for this game whatsoever at all. Because if there's a so-called defense for this game, explain to me, why is this game all reviews, 4,000 reviews? I don't know how many people overall done bought this game, but overall though, all 4,000 reviews have been mostly negative. And then with their recent reviews, it's been mixed. Because, we're adding the bits and pieces. I don't even know if it was the whole full area from Test Drive Unlimited 2, but they're like, we're adding the map from Test Drive Unlimited 2 into Solar Crown. But it's like, it's bits and pieces. That just reminds me of when Ubisoft did that with the Division 2, where they were like, we're at New York, but it wasn't even the same New York that was from the Division 1. So that's why I'm like, fam, you guys is out here updating or doing things to this game that nobody even asked for. And that's just to ask the audience out there that are having issues with this game, what would you rather have? A patch update that's going to fix everything in this game, or them just sitting around releasing maps and seasons? I'm saying it's stuff like that where it's like, fam, how do you honestly think that people are going to look at this game in a respectful way? Like, I genuinely want answers from the developers. I'm not trying to see no ignoring, because here's the thing. This is what needs to happen with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. You guys are going to have to come out with some patch updates. And I mean a lot of them. Not taking no breaks, because you guys ain't working on that. Do you release this DLC? So what you guys need to be doing is releasing patch updates. Adding an offline mode. Adding an actual proper difficulty settings to the cars, because I'm telling you, if I'm trying to be as respectful as I can be with you guys, but it's getting really, really hard, bruh. It really is. When I'm seeing literally developers where it's like, my thing is this, it confuses me, where it's like there are people out there with probably the same knowledge of video game development as me, but they can still go out there and release an overwhelmingly positive game. There's developers out there by themselves that can release a game in a much more better state than Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. How many people worked on this game? Because if it was more than one, if it was one person that worked on this game, then I'm like, okay, then whoever it was that set that one person up for failure, they need to be fired. But if it was multiple people that worked on this game, and this is the best thing that you can come up with, all of you guys need to be fired. Because that doesn't even make any... And you think you're going to be able to compete with Grand Theft Auto 6? That's impossible. That's like me in the current state that I'm in right now with content creating, trying to compete with Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, KSI. I'm trying to think, even a YouTuber with just 1 million subscribers. It is not going to be a fair fight. I just do not understand how is it that you guys managed to even release this game in the first place. Why are there not like no rules or regulations where it's like your game has to be this like in this percentage of being completed before it releases to the stores? Because if I had to guess any percentage of where this game was at, it's probably like 30-40%. Because my thing is this, the key things that you guys needed was an offline mode and a difficulty settings. That's it. And one thing that I've noticed with the game is the car's handling. Why is it that it feels like I'm turning a bus when I'm turning a Mustang, a sports car? Explain, like, please. Because my thing is this. My question to the developers, do you guys have any knowledge about cars, street racing, motorsport type racing, Formula One, just any form of racing, what a foot race? Do you guys have any knowledge when it comes down to racing? Because if not, you should have not released this game at all. You guys should have came out with something else. Or my thing is this, have it where you release this game for free. Give people their money. My thing is this, if you guys ain't got nothing to lose, give people back their money. Give me back my $90. And just have it where it's like, yeah, this is just a free game and people get to... Because I think maybe if this game would have been free, I probably wouldn't have been as critical over it. But my thing is this, I paid $90 for a video game. I'm expecting a video game in return, not some test project. Because that's honestly what it feels like I'm playing. I feel like I'm playing a test project. I don't feel like I got a video game in return. And it's just something about me. I should have just known that this ain't going it just didn't feel right. And I should have known that. I shouldn't have not bought this game at no $90. I should have just waited until the game had its full release rather than that early access release. And I think from this day forward, I've now learned my mistakes. And I'm like, I'm not going to make that mistake again where a game says, oh yeah, we're doing it. And the thing is this, it ain't no new game. Because I remember when Call of Duty did that crap where they're all like, oh yeah, we're releasing the game early and the game wasn't good. Oh yeah, there was the story, it was okay, it was decent, but as far as all the other things, bugged out, glitchy, nothing worked. Got to the point where the game didn't even start up no more. Talking on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. But when big games do that whole like early access release thing, I'm not gonna fool with those games. Not highly encouraged. If they decide to come out with a Solar Crown 2 or another test drive game and they talking about this early access, don't buy it. Do not buy it while it's in early access. Get this game when it fully releases, and I would recommend going out, getting a gaming PC and playing the game within the 2 hour and 2 week mark on Steam. And who knows, maybe they might be all like, oh, well, we're not going to release it on PC. We're going to release it on just strictly PlayStation. Because, yeah, with PlayStation, the sad reality of them, and I'm like, they need to change that. Because they should know that there's games out here coming out halfway buggy, glitchy, and not working. But they have it set up where it's like as soon as you start up the game, then pretty much you can get your money back. Xbox is on some stuff where it's like, oh, after a certain amount of refunds, then you can't get your money back. That's why I have to say that I respect Steam so much. I'm like, I wish they would up the 2 hour and 2 week mark, but at least then they're like, nah, we know that there's games out there not working, and if you want to get your money back, you very well can. But and to me, I'm like, man, I really do wish that I could have gotten my money back with this game, because I wouldn't have been doing this video. I wouldn't have been doing no videos talking on test drive. I'm like, I would have did the one video that I had to do, and that's it. But it's like, I'm stuck with this game. I can't get my money back. It's been 3 months. I probably done played the game for more than 2 hours. I can't get my money back. And there is a portion of the months where I wasn't even playing this game. So to me, it's like, fam, you know what needs to happen? You guys either need to come out with some patch updates to fix this game, or otherwise it's like, my thing is this, somebody, and I don't know whether it needs to be like an organization within the video game community, I don't know, but a lawsuit needs to happen with you guys. Because that just doesn't feel right, where you guys is out here releasing unfinished products. You got fans that's out here. There is one review that I wanted to read out while I do this video. Let me see if I can find that review. So this guy, he goes on to say, and this person named Patrick, he gave this game a 1 star, and this is 3 months ago, and the game really hasn't changed when it comes down to where it's at now versus where it was at before and things. But anyways, so he goes on to say, for anyone considering Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, here is my current review, and it's not pretty. I have the collector's edition for PC, including the gold PS5 version. Keep in mind, these are issues I face personally from my experience. Your experience may or may not be different. Car physics are a mess. Landing a small jump, small time makes your rubber band fly in the air at random. The race lead position is a disaster. Many times when coming in first, it places me differently. That's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. But anyways, there is zero way to change AI difficulty, an issue that I face. The car damage is almost non-existent, especially on pedestrian vehicles. Literally nothing gets damaged on those. A lot of the time, pedestrian vehicles just seem to vanish from the road out of nowhere. In most races, there is one AI car that is absolutely obliterates you. The performance index of the car is ridiculous, and in most cases, the only way to stay ahead is to wreck the AI. Shader issues are awful, especially on the yellow paint of the Audi TTRS. It's disgusting. Many objects have flicker effect and bug out. Shadows aren't really there. They kind of are, but it's nothing to wow about. Steering wheel animations are horrible. The car appears to steer before the steering wheel itself from when you're in cockpit view. No option to add a clutch for a few vehicles. They have manual transmission. I will absolutely love to see this along with animations of the actual shifter going through the gears when you're in interior view. Many gauges, like for boost, etc., do not function when it's which is rather disappointing. Game optimization is meh, especially for players on PS5. There is literally an option to make it run on performance mode, quality mode. Performance mode seems like just a band-aid excuse to get the game to run better. It looks pretty decent, but it also, in my opinion, looks and feels rushed and unpolished. During races, most times you can drive right through gates, signs, posts, etc., and literally nothing happens while they still remain in place without moving. The live race in Western District 14 is broken. It just rapidly flashes on my screen and not allowing you to lunge it. Lots of disconnection from race errors or server issues, although I will say that they've definitely improved on that. It just needs some more work. And guess how many people found that review helpful? 88 people. That means 88 people agreed with what that man had to say. And then the times when I'm talking on this game, people are saying literally the same thing. They're talking on the same issues that they're having with this game. And I just don't get that. So I'm like, no, like I said before, with this game, you guys are going to have to do something before January 1st, 2025. I'm not trying to wait. You guys didn't wait to take my money, so I'm not trying to wait on your guys' time to get a properly functioning video game. Add an offline mode and add a difficulty settings. And then from there, you guys want to, whatever it is you want to add, whatever it is that you want to do to the game, then do that. But before January 1st, 2025, an offline mode and a difficulty settings for the AIs need to be added. Because if not, then you might as well just close up shop on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, close up shop on the developing company, close up shop on any other projects that you got coming out in the future. Because I do not see this game competing with the Crew 1, 2, Motorfest, Forza 1 through 5, for Grand Theft Auto 6. I do not see this game competing with none, and especially when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. Even if you guys do decide, oh, well, let's have it where it's like the game has some summer update where it makes it all better and all that stuff. By then, it's like the thing is this. When it gets to that point where Grand Theft Auto 6 reaches that pre-order status on Xbox, PlayStation, I don't know when exactly they'll release it on Steam and any other. That's pretty much the end of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. It'll probably be some people just playing it, I guess, to see where the game is currently at. But I feel like that will pretty much be the crash and the fall of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown as soon as that pre-order stuff for Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. But it's like, my thing is this. Let's just see how many people are playing the Crew. Yeah, just the Crew, Motorfest, Crew 2, Steam player count. Yeah, let's just, because I'm curious. I'm curious to see where the game is currently at. 1,277 people with, dang, I didn't want to do that. All right, so let's see the same with Test Drive, Steam player count. 316. Let's see where the Crew 2 is at. The Crew 2 player count. 1,000. There's like played 30. No, that's a different website. There we go. 1,478, and that's more than the new Crew game. Let's just see even Forza Motorsport. Probably Forza Motorsport would be the only game where if between that and Test Drive, it's like, yeah, the game lacks content, but I would say when it comes down to gameplay, at least they do have that down. Steam player count. Probably I had to say 677, where it was. Yeah, it's doubled the amount, so that's what I'm saying. It's like you guys can't even compete with the Forza game that didn't even do so high. And you guys, my thing is this, you're trying to compete. What about, let's just see where Forza Horizon 5 is at. Forza Horizon 5. 9,394 players. That's what I'm saying. You guys are not in no position to be out here competing with people. And I guarantee and I promise you, when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, there ain't gonna be no competition. None whatsoever. Especially if they have it where it's like we already know they're gonna have an offline mode. At least, I don't know, maybe for now, I don't know if it would be for a single player. I mean, they did have the solo mode. They should, because I remember it was weird what the solo mode was like on on Grand Theft Auto 5. But yeah, I imagine that they're probably like, okay, if we do a solo mode for multiplayer, then we're gonna have it where it's like they can pause in the middle of whatever it is that they're doing. They're not forced to just sit down and finish out a race, and you gotta tend to things. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, your game is not in a position to be out here competing with people. None whatsoever. No competition. None at all. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. You guys are gonna have to do something with this game. But my thing is this: when this video does get uploaded and the days done passed on, January 1st, 2025, then pretty much anybody out there that's playing the game, stop playing it. The thing is this, and this is something that I should have been saying all along. We need to go on strike with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Now, there might be some people out there, if you're having fun with the game, then I get it. You play the game if you want to. But I guess people that are feeling the same frustration as me, stop playing the game. Just don't play the game. January 1st, 2025, uninstall it. There are so many different racing games that you could get yourself into. I even would take it upon myself to gift people other racing games. Forza Horizon 5, The Crew, all that stuff. So I'm like, no, my thing is this: if they haven't came out with no update on January or before January 1st, 2025 to add a difficulty settings to the game in an offline mode, boycott the game, play some other racing games. Whatever racing game that you want to get into, we can work something out, and I'll try to work on gifting you the game. Or at least I'm trying to think, I'll try to figure out some ways for you guys to get deals, because I am partnered with, I think it's called Greeman Gaming, and I think I can give you guys some promotional deals and stuff with video games. So yeah, I'll work on that, but it's like, I'm getting sick and tired of video games coming out, and I'm like, 2025, that crap needs to end. Games coming out and they halfway unfinished. So yeah, I'm like, no, if they haven't done nothing before January 1st, 2025, then yeah, let's just go ahead and boycott the game. If you still want to continue playing it, you very well can. But my thing is this: all that's just doing is fueling up the developers behind Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, and then that's just gonna put them. The thing is this: regardless of whether or not the game is gonna fail, all right, if they decide they want to wait and stuff. So my thing is this: I would rather have it where it's like this game, at least I can see them attempting to do stuff with this game. But if I don't see no attempts, if I don't see nothing, then yeah, then that's why I'm like, no. Because to me, it's like you have it out there where there's people that can add stuff in their video games within like literally a week. So I'm saying, it's like you guys literally have, I ain't trying to even do the math right now on how many days, but it's like you guys got more than enough time. All right, you guys got weekdays, weekends, the holidays. You literally can come out with an update at any given point in time, adding this one thing that people have been asking for. And if you guys ain't doing that, then yeah, again, boycott the game, uninstall it. If you can't get your money back, definitely try to get your money back. If you bought the game physically, trade it in at GameStop's. To GameStop's employees, I'm sorry if you guys notice a spike in your, I guess, like returns or, people trading in, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. But no, it's like, I just get sick and tired of developers coming out with games. I don't know how many times I didn't play games this year where the games were just unfinished, and I'm like, fam, no, I'm not going to continue playing your guys' game if that's what you're going to do. So if you ain't trying to update your game, if you ain't trying to do nothing, then fine, so be it. Then I'm like, I'm going to make sure of it, that I do a video like this on TikTok. I do a video like this on Instagram. I do a video on any given platform that I can think of where I am telling people to boycott this game if you guys don't come out with an update adding an offline mode and the difficulty settings for the NPCs. If y'all ain't trying to do that, then I wish you guys the best of luck after Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown shuts down. But that's gonna happen, regardless of whether you guys like it or not. Because I'm telling you right now. And the thing is this. So, like, let's say if you guys do decide to add this stuff. And then, yeah, overall, my thing is this. You guys add this stuff, I will play this game non-stop. Take back everything. You know what? Forget taking back. I'll take down any negative video, podcast episode, tweet, anything that I posted negative about you guys. I will take that stuff down. But you guys got to come out with an update, because if not, then yeah, then that's just going on January 1st, 2025. If I ain't seen no update adding an offline mode and difficulty settings for the NPCs, then I'm going to make sure of it, that I do a video and tweet on every single platform possible telling people to boycott Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Because the developers, they want to be on this whole spill where it's like, or this spin, and like, oh, we ain't going to listen to people. We only going to listen to those that actually talk good about our game. It don't work like that. When you guys got my $90 and I got a halfway broken video game, yeah, it ain't gonna work like that. So anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.